Hello there. Welcome to the city of Miami Gardens, Florida, and more specifically, to Live Healthy Miami Gardens initiative. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Live Healthy Miami Gardens initiative serves to encourage, support a community, a city of those who live, work, and play to be the healthiest, healthiest, the healthiest. And so we welcome you to this experience today and hope that you will benefit from today's presentation. I'm Horace Ward, the pastor of the Episcopal Church of the Holy Family, located here in the city of Miami Gardens. I also serve as co-chair for the host council for Live Healthy Miami Gardens, a group of persons gathered giving of our time ourselves for this significant project. There are many others who serve on sub-councils, and there are many others too who serve in other and myriad capacities to be able to make Live Healthy Miami Gardens a wonderful, wonderful experience. In that regard, this afternoon for this presentation, I'd like to present to you the superintendent. But while his name is Stacy, and we'll have him introduce himself in a little while, he has the responsibility of the Parks and Recreation, a significant initiative experience here. And we'll hear from him now. Happy to have him. Sir, Stacy Simmons, Recreation Superintendent. Sir, glad to have you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. On behalf of our director, Paulette Murphy, our assistant director, Jackie Shakespeare, our other assistant director, Naomi Laginer, pleasure to be here. My name is Stacy Simmons. I'm the recreation superintendent here for the City of Miami Gardens Parks and Recreation Department. I oversee several parks, park managers, making sure that our programming fidelity purposes and things of that nature are running very smoothly and accordingly.
Stacy, again, very happy to have you here. Why does Parks and Rec exist to begin with? And also, what I'm looking for is, the most insightful story. Telling why Parks and Recs. Why should I, connect with and be engaged with this experience in our great city?
Okay, good question. It starts in the parks. Why parks? You have your church, you have your fellowship, you have your school, you have your education, and we just bring all of those things together in the park where you can recreate, swimming, having a picnic, flying a kite, exercising, just getting out here and getting the vitamin D from the sun, just being out of your home, breaking up some of that monotony that you're always at home or always at work. The parks is a good place to be, in my opinion. For me, it started in the 70s where, we learning how to swim. You learn how to have that camaraderie with your friends. That's where you get your social cues before you start going into grammar school, middle school, high school, things of that nature. So for me, I had a coach who taught me the fundamentals of basketball, but it was so much more because it was more like a life skill, because when you walk into a room, he taught you, make sure you speak to everyone. Make sure yes, sir, no, sir, be polite, be mannerable. And make sure that, you are seen not just as an athlete, you're seen as a person that can be a pillar in the community. That's what it means for me. My personal story for the parks.
When we moved here to Miami Gardens, or that section of Miami-Dade County, now known as the city of Miami Gardens, one of the critical things very early that I searched for was the open spaces, the green spaces, spaces that were there intentionally to invite persons to come out and enjoy and experience. Well, you called it the vitamin D. Yes, I also call it, getting my nature fix. Um,
Absolutely.
and so I looked around, and there were many green spaces there in this section of Miami-Dade County. So I'm adding and celebrating your story, and to see, that we have come a long way, where we have been very intentional in designating these green spaces, and adding programs and activities, which is quite exciting. So, but then before we get to the current experience, what has been happening these, should I say, pandemic years? Can you share a little bit more of what it has been, where we're coming from?
Oh, absolutely. Well, the pandemic, we're not quite over it yet. We're still in it. We still use our mask and making sure we have our face covering. However, when we're outside, we're able to get that fresh air. So in the last 2.5, 3 years, we went from things being virtual. Virtual after school programming, virtual arts and craft, virtual senior programs, to becoming more streamlined, where now they're being able to come into our facilities now with the proper face covering, and they still can do the arts and craft, the after school, the tutoring, the sports. We have a huge football program here in Miami Gardens, but we also have different programs as well, such as gymnastics, lacrosse, modern jazz and tap dancing, volleyball. I read an email earlier this week, or last week rather. We may potentially have a boxing fitness coach. We have a state of the art gym. So those things we kind of open back up some, and we're doing the necessary precautions to make sure and ensure our community, our patrons in the city of Miami Gardens are still being safe.
Let me jump ahead, maybe even 10 steps. Deidre Bethel has a question: if it will be possible to establish a golf program for our young and young at heart. She's very much interested in getting such going in the park. Is that possible, and how would she go about doing that?
Oh, it's definitely a possibility. I saw the groundwork for our renovated 33-acre Rolling Oaks Park. Right in the heart of our Miami Gardens, is near the senior family center. I saw the plans. They're going to have a putting green. Hopefully, they will have some type of drive, and with that segment of that regional park and that green space, that will open up some possibilities to having some potential golf lessons and things of that nature. We're open to all of those different aspects of sports programming, different types of alternative sports, and not just the mainstream. Just north of the county, of course, we have the Hard Rock Stadium with the Dolphins and the Hurricanes. And Formula One. Formula One is an alternative sports. A lot of people don't think so, but it is. We're just trying to bring and expand and explore our community to different things, because you never know until you try something. So something, we're exploring fencing, just pickleball. All of these things we are definitely exploring, and it's coming to in the near future.
And so then, Parks and Rec exists to bring us out into the open. where we connect with one another. We connect in community, which has to do with personal development and also acquiring life skills. Um, and then, 2 3 years ago came that which the name I do not want to repeat. I would love to forget, but nonetheless, COVID-19 uh, caused us to make some changes. What I noticed, though, too, is that Parks and Recs adjusted because you had activities going during that shutdown era.
Yes, we definitely did, and it was a village. It took a village to keep everyone. Some cities were shutting down. They were furloughing employees because they weren't in the building. They weren't in the spaces. However, Miami Gardens, we stayed working. We stayed active. It really helped us understand our job better as far as we took 2 steps back to go 7 steps forward.
Mhm.
We fixed some things that needed to be fixed. We reorganized certain things. We saw who can work from home. We saw who couldn't work from home. Just little things of that nature that just kind of helped shape our department even better, and we can provide a better service in the years to come.
During that time, Stacy, I appreciated the communication because Parks and Recs did a great job. I'm talking about resilience and the creativity of keeping us connected and keeping us active. During that time, I got on yoga classes. Can you imagine me stretching? And I mean, the yoga instructor, I mean, I was 10 steps behind the yoga instructor, and she did a fantastic job, you know, there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So with yoga, you tried something that you normally won't try. So that is the beauty of um, seeing the cup half full.
Yeah.
We were able to expand, explore. Um, I don't want to get biblical, but it showed us how to slow down and see what we really needed in our lives as far as this family time. Just take a step back and peace be still. So that's what I took from the pandemic, and to get your health in order. And this Live Healthy Facebook Live is a true testament to that.
I also got on let me use a fancy terminology, the culinary arts presentations. In other words, cooking.
Cooking, yes.
you know, uh, and what this uh, 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 did for me too was to get back to paying attention, as you said a while ago, to my health, to my well-being, my physical, my mental, my emotional, and so that I've always taken good care as best as I can,
Mhm.
but I doubled my caring in going back to my primary care doctor. Yeah,
Okay.
so it was the yoga, it was the cooking, virtual, out of Parks and Recs of Miami Gardens that inspired and spurred me on. So let's move on. What are some of the current things happening, and then we'll move on to what are some of the next step or that which we can expect, in the next couple of weeks, couple of months, or whatever, in the near future.
Okay, perfect. So right now, since the 2022, we've opened 3 new parks. Andover Park is huge, beautiful open space. It's about 4 acres of just grassy area. We have a butterfly garden. We have a uh,
Mm.
our auditory sensory playground, and a refurbished basketball court. We have Cloverleaf, where we can have some type of computer training, basketball. We have the state of the art ADA accessible playgrounds. We have our senior family center that opened up during the pandemic, where we service all of our senior community. We have a beautiful botanical garden where the fruit is picked 24 hours, washed, and then set out for a market Friday. At Bunch Park, we have a alternative sports program where we have digital art, we have volleyball, we have a walking club assisted by Chin Medical in the morning. We have basketball courts, playgrounds, just a plethora of things. Also, Betty T. Ferguson, where we actually host the only HBCU college and university down in South Florida, Florida Memorial, where we host their games, their practice for the football team, also the soccer team. We hosted a couple of volleyball games, and now we're assisting them with their practice right here in Miami Gardens. We also subcontract some STEM programming at Bunch Park, where they're learning entrepreneurship, they're designing their own clothes and things of that nature, while learning the science and educational component. Also, we have after school programming where we have hired Dade County Public School Board teachers to assist with the tutoring, and we call it a differential learning, where they're assisting with the reading and the mathematics and things of that nature. So we have those at 4 different sites. We also have one of the largest football programs in South Florida, where we have school board teachers on site to tutor different days of the week, the different teams. So that's one proud program that we also have.
What's the name of that? Does that program have a separate name?
No, it's once you're here in our programs, as far as the football or coming in off the street, coming from one of your schools, you could come in and get tutoring lessons over at Bunch Park. If you're a part of the football program at Carroll City Park, we have teachers there. Buccaneer Park, we have teachers there, so you could drop in and get some tutoring, and that's where we're at right now with it.
Stacy, this could not be any more exciting. You know, we're talking about the purpose of Parks and Recs to bring us out and bring us together, you know, for personal development or social development of relationships and connecting going forward. That there are people there, you know, who want best for us, each of us, and as a community of us. Again, you know, we had the COVID reality, and in which there has been the resilience with some exciting continuity, the kinds of activities that you have just outlined. How do we connect further with what's happening? What do I do?
Well, you can always go to our website. One thing the pandemic has shown us, that the digital age will definitely be here to stay. So you can reach us at www.miamigardens-florida.gov, or you can reach out and call us at 305-622-8080. Reach out for Parks and Recreation. We'll be gladly to give you all the information, from rentals of some of our facilities, our fields, to just we have church events. They book rentals here. We have all different type of thing for infants all the way to our senior community. So it starts in parks.
Deidre Bethel is just excited 100%. She dropped a note saying, "I agree 100%." So you do have the community
I think we lost him here.
what's happening over at Rex. And that's a segue for me to say great programming. But also, Stacy, I think it's important for you to hear and to know, and for the entire department, that there is in our community tremendous support and gratitude and gratitude for the work that you're doing. So I'd like you to take a smiling bow for that. I don't know what smiling bow looks like, but just make it up, Stacy. You know,
Greatly appreciate it.
uh, and you are appreciated because yes, again, I'm repeating myself. Parks and Recs exist to bring us together,
Thank you.
to help us along the path of being healthy. Tamara LaBruce, our director of Live Healthy Miami Gardens, certainly would want to join in celebrating you, Stacy, and celebrating the entire department.
Absolutely. Me, Miss LaBruce, we went on a city tour with Big Green. It's a company out of Detroit, and we're trying to bring over 100 gardens to the Miami Gardens. We're trying to self-sufficient and grow their own food. As you know, some areas of Miami Gardens is a food desert, meaning that the food is not readily available. Access to grocery stores are not within a certain mile radius. So we're going to be able to plant different herbs and spices and fruits and vegetables in accordance with Live Healthy Miami Gardens.
Stacy, I'm going to throw a loop in your direction. Um, dream the big dream. Dream the big dream.
Mhm.
What does Parks and Rec look like 3 years, 5 years from now, out of your current experience?
Well, let's see here. Um, I don't want to overspeak, but you have to speak it into existence. Right now, we currently have three parks that are under renovation, so there will be coming back online soon, hopefully within the next year or so. We have Bennett Lifter, also known as Lake Lucerne, that will potentially have a fishing dock and an after school program through that community over there. 3 to 5 years, hopefully, uh, we'll have some more uh, outstanding programming um, to help our kids in our community.
Tracy, I'm just gonna, go, you know, wild dreaming here for a moment. My brother, you keep talking about kids. What about old dingbats like mice?
Absolutely. I'll be remiss not to give a special shout out to our senior community, where our senior family center does a plethora of things, from arts and crafts to chin medical, health screens. Um, just today, they had a Western theme luncheon. Um, it's so many exciting things going on at the senior family center. They went to Key West for a field trip. They went to a Miami Dolphins game, which I was going to be a chaperone for. Go Dolphins. We just have several different things. We have a walking trail over at the senior center. We have a fitness center where we have an certified personal trainer who is instructing from chair yoga to different stretches, different bands that you could do in house or you could do at your house. So it's several different things. We have a senior community that comes over to Bunch Park in the morning and walk on the inside trail. I know on Tuesdays and Thursdays they put the music on, so it's different themes. So let's just say Tuesday it's 70s music, old school 70s music, and then Thursday it will be traditional gospel. So, you're walking and then you can have a praise break. So,
Stacy,
yes,
you classified 70s music as old school. Listen, man.
that's my heyday.
You know, yeah, yeah. Let me just start a little controversy here. I mean, that's real music.
Hey, I agree. I agree.
Because the point I'm trying to make is that Parks and Recs is fun with
Absolutely.
with the diversity of the experience of the activities, and it's fun. And then with Deidre's question earlier on, I'm interested in, is it possible? And the thing you didn't miss a beat. You said, "Come on, Deidre, you're welcome. You're welcome. You and everyone else. Parks and Recs belong to our community." Um, you know, and so wonderful, wonderful. Is there, you know, other than my going to the website, are there communication tools like a regular e-newsletter, or could there be, that I can keep updated with what's happening?
Well, right now, it's all these social media platforms from Facebook to Instagram to Facebook, where all the city events with the Parks and Recreation, from the police department to special events, things of that nature, are on. They're not missing a beat. They're keeping the whole community, the whole city of Miami Gardens, and to the world, keeping them informed because of those social media platforms. So you could just go to the City of Miami Gardens on their Facebook page, City of Miami Gardens on their Instagram page, as well as Facebook.
Yeah, I'm also aware. I do receive regular communique on the happenings in the city of Miami Gardens. Of course, it takes some interest initiative on my part, but I'm very pleased with the communication efforts coming out of the city to keep us, connected. And I have to put a plug in for the initiative, Live Healthy, Miami Gardens, where through its sub councils, on physical education, physical activities, on restaurants that serve, healthy foods. You talked about, the whole reality, of, what was it? The food challenges that we face,
Yes.
in our community. So there's real partnership across, and Parks and Recs is very much a part of all of this. I'm also going to put a plug in, Stacy, so just hold on to your seat. There is that which is coming up, which is called "Take Your Loved One to the Doctor." Please tell me,
Absolutely.
please tell me you have heard about it.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm glad, because if you had said no, I would take the next half an hour to tell you
Oh
everything that.
no, absolutely. That's imperative in our community. Um, Reason being that Miami Gardens being one of the largest African American cities in the nation, or south of Atlanta, it's imperative that we are living longer. We are educating ourselves on what type of food that germanes to our body. So, people are living past those twilight years. I want to. I don't want to quote the Bible or misquote the Bible, but they said you get three scores, and anything over that is favor. So we're past the favor mark right now. So once those who know better will do better, once they educate themselves, to learn to reduce the diabetes and the obesity, and getting out there to just walking, coming to our parks and walking. And all you need 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day, drink your water, get your vitamin D. That'll help keep the COVID levels down. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So we are very quite aware. And once we continue to educate ourselves, we can wean ourselves off these medications and even doctor visits.
Stacy, I don't know how I'm going to weave or how this is going to come out here, but I'm listening to what you're saying. Keep active, keep active, keep active, keep connected, keep connected, keep connected. And there's a singer out of the Caribbean called Patrice, uh,
Mm.
who does a piece called "Drink Your Water and Mind Your Business."
Drink your water and mind your
No,
business.
it,
Yes, yes, yes.
and that for me speaks to our conversation here. Stay healthy, um, continue growing and going, and be the best that you are, the best you can be in a relationship. And I think, would you say that summarizes the real purpose of Parks and Recs?
A-
Keep connected.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Safety is our number one priority next to customer service. We always pride ourselves on you coming here, you having the best customer experience. So we want to, we're not Disney World, but we want to become really close cousins to them because it will be the happiest place on earth. We want you to come where you feel safe. The staff is well trained and professional, and you leave with a good experience from any of our parks, from just sitting out by yourself reading a book, or in our exercise classes or our yoga classes or lacrosse, what have you. Long as we give you that best customer experience, we done our job.
Thank you, Stacy. I just want to come and drink my water and mind my own
Yes,
business. uh, by way of
absolutely.
connecting. And again, for further info, how do we connect with what's happening with Parks and Recs?
You could go to the website. You could go to www.miamigardens-florida.gov and call us, connect to it with us, 305-622-8080, or any other social media platforms at the City of Miami Gardens. Okay, we're posting all of different events throughout the city, not only just Parks and Rec.
Um, Before we say goodbye, Stacy,
Mhm.
uh, I look forward to your coming back, and I would ask that when you return, the next presentation here, we'll talk more about all things Christmas. Because I know that you've had Christmas presentations in the past, but I'm also looking for some new, fresh, and exciting Christmas experiences. Hey, look, listen, I'm also talking about the weight loss after the food gain.
That's always a challenge right there. Thanksgiving, we bring in the families together, but you know, uh, discipline yourself, have your portion control. We didn't say don't eat everything, just eat in moderation. And instead of after the game, instead of taking a nap, let's go for a walk in the community, or uh, just get out and move. It's always going to be move, mental health, just those euphoric feelings that your family brings. So whatever it is, just make sure you're active and keep moving.
Thank you so much. Yet I'm also just gonna, drink my water and mind my business.
Okay.
and have great fun. Thank you so very much, Stacy, for being here with us and sharing the great experience, the great news, the hopefulness in building this program to make a difference. That truly, 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 Miami Gardens can continue to live healthy, be healthy, and share that with one another and beyond.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Deidre Bethel is just blowing up the message box here. Thank you both so much. Blessings. And so bless you, Stacy. And this Stacy Simmons. And what's your position again,
I'm
sir?
a recreation superintendent.
And that's a huge title.
Yes.
And
Thank you. It's a labor of love. It's a passion. I always tell them never confuse your perspiration with your passion. You could be on a treadmill and you're sweating and going nowhere. So let your work ethic speak louder than anything. So with that being said, thank you for having me.
you're welcome.
We'll see you soon, Miami Gardens.
Thank you. Live healthy, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.